Just imagine this, you're trying to chase your goals and you're trying to get a better life, but something feels off. You feel like you're stuck or you're running around in a circle. Often this is due to the habits that we have that holds us back and not the external circumstances. So today I'm going to give you some of the toxic behaviors that most men have that holds you back from reaching your goal in 2025. First one, we have materialism. Materialism is a tendency to prioritize possession over connections or relationships or even experiences. It's a constant chase for the latest best thing, maybe the latest smartphone or maybe this kind of shoe. If I have the shoe, I'll be happy. If I have the sneakers, I'll be happy. This behavior stems from the hedonic treadmill, which is a psychological behavior in which you chase materialistic gains so that you feel happy all the time, and you constantly chase the next best thing so that you remain happy all the time. In fact, you might feel happy for a certain period of time, maybe a week or two when you get that material, but after some time it fades away and then you will be chasing the next best thing so that you'll be happy again. Researchers has also shown that leading a materialistic life can even lead to lower life satisfaction, even poor mental health. The reason is the possessions fade away, but what we actually need is sort of deeper human connection and purpose. And to break free from materialism, try to practice mindfulness and even invest in experiences and relationships rather than investing on materials. Next one is envy. Envy is a silent poison which is amplified by social media. It's easy to compare yourself to a certain person who you see on social media having a certain lifestyle that you actually want in life. You see they have all the luxuries, you see they have the milestones in their certain life that you actually crave for, and suddenly you feel like you're falling behind. And this comparison can even lead to a cascade of negative emotions and can even affect your self-esteem and even can lead to depression. Psychologists explain this through social comparison theory, in which we are wired to compare ourselves to others so that we do better in life. There is two perspectives to this. One is you can compare yourself to a certain person and you can work harder, even and harder, to get better than them. And the other thing is this comparison can even lead to a destruction. This doesn't always have to be in a career-wise way. You compare yourself to a relationship that a certain person has, and you can even lead to the damage of your own relationship. You can even lead to the end of your own relationship. You will never be happy with what you have right now. So one thing that you have to do is practice gratitude. Be happy with what you have and try to focus on getting better and better in what you do every single day. And in the long term, you will get what you deserve. So instead of focusing on others and comparing yourself to others' life and getting dissatisfied with what you have, practice gratitude. Next one is anger. Unchecked anger is like a wildfire. It destroys everything in its path, whether it's a slight argument with your loved ones or even a road rage. And this anger can even destroy your relationship or friendship, and you will be losing your loved ones. Neuroscience says that when you get angry, this activates your amygdala in your brain, which is your emotional center. This can override your rational thinking, and that is exactly why you say and do things when you're angry and you later regret about it. Chronic anger is also dangerous for your health. This can even lead to increased stress, anxiety, depression, and even lead to heart diseases. And if you are someone who has anger issues, try to develop emotional awareness and try to practice deep breathing techniques which will help you to calm down and think in a better way. Next one is selfishness. Selfishness creates a barrier between you and others. It isolates you and makes you less trustworthy. Humans are inherently social creatures. Acts of kindness and generosity will help you to improve your mood and make you more happy and create better connections. Studies have also shown that giving to others will activate the brain's reward center and can instantly improve your mood. Just think about the joy and the happiness that you have when you try to help your friend and they are completely, you just saved their life, you just saved their day. Try to think about the happiness that you feel and they feel when you do something good to them. That happiness is all that you need to think about when you want to be selfish. Next one is laziness. Laziness is often disguised as rest, but there is a key difference between laziness and rest. Rest means rejuvenating and preparing yourself for the future challenge, whereas laziness is something that stalls your progress and even make you feel stuck. One of the key reasons of laziness is decision fatigue, when you have to take too many choices and can even drain you mentally and can even lead to procrastination. And the one thing that you can do to avoid laziness is a 2-minute rule. Do whatever it is, even cleaning your desk, writing something, just take 2 minutes and start doing that. Most of the time the hardest part is to start, but once you start doing that, once you get the momentum, it will be much more easier for you. So follow the 2-minute rule. Next one is worrying. Studies have shown that more than 80% of your worrying never happens. The things that you worry about most of the time is not even going to happen. One thing I do when I worry is that I would ask myself, can I do something that will change the outcome of a certain thing? And if I can actually do about it, and if I can change the outcome, then I would do it. And if I can't actually change the outcome of a certain thing, then I wouldn't even worry about it. I would just leave it to the universe. So that is also one of the things that you have to do yourself. If you have a certain grip over something, do it. And if you don't have a control over it, let it come, face it. That's all you can do. That is life. You have to face what you have in life. And if you are still worried about it, just take 10 minutes of your life and write down a worry list. Write down about all the things that you actually worry about, and write down all the solutions that you actually have to stop worrying about it. Write down all the actions that you can take so that you can change the consequences. And if you can actually find the solutions for that, just do it. And if you don't have any solutions for it, don't even worry about it. That's the one advice that I can give about worrying. Next one is habits. Gossip is one of the habits that can even destroy any relationship or friendship. As a man, as a gentleman, if you're a person who has this habit of gossiping about others, even if it's about your friends or your enemies or whoever it is, if you have that habit of gossiping about something, stop it. That is not meant for a gentleman. That is one of the toxic habits that a man can have. If you are someone who has gossiping behaviors, stop it. I wouldn't recommend, even if it's for a man of any age. Next one is impatience. We actually live in a fast-paced world, and one behavior that actually you should have in this fast-paced world is patience. If you want something good to happen, it takes time. Being impatient won't get you anywhere. And there is a famous experiment called the marshmallow experiment, in which kids were given marshmallows and they were told not to eat it for a certain period of time. And it was found out that the kids who had that better tendency to wait for a better reward did better in life when they grew up. Next one is overthinking. I have two perspectives for this. One thing is a good part and the other one is something that is hard to accept. The good part is overthinking is good to a certain extent. Like, you have an idea of what's going to happen. You have an overview about life. You have a certain vision which helps you to do better in life, to be prepared about a certain thing, okay? That is a good thing. But when it comes to a relationship or even friendship, overthinking can be harmful because you tend to be more anxious about them. You feel the insecurity and you feel the need for them to be around you all the time. This can even lead to anxiety and can even jeopardize your relationship. Next one is negativity. I don't have much to say about this. The one thing is that if you talk negative about yourself, if you always think about the negative outcomes, the more possibility will be the outcome will be negative. But if you force yourself to think more positive and be more positive, the outcome will be most probably positive. So if you're a person who always thinks negative about everything, try to be more positive. The one thing that I can say is think about 3 positives for 1 negative. If you think about 1 negative thing in life, try to think about the 3 positive things that you have in life to cancel it out. For 1 negative, you have to think about 3 positives. Lastly, we have the closed mindset. Closed mindset is something that blocks you from growth. You might be a person who knows the answer to everything, but you don't actually say it out. You don't actually say about your perspective about a certain thing. Or if you're a person who doesn't see other people's perspective, there will be no place for you to grow. If you want to grow, you have to think inside other people's head. You have to think like what other people will be thinking. You have to try to grasp the perspectives of other people around you. You have to find the answers, what they have for your questions. If you're a person who believes that what you think or what you feel like is the right answer, then the chances for your growth will be 0. So one thing that you have to do is try to talk to more people and try to see things from their point of view. That is a key thing that you have to do if you want growth in 2025. So those are the 11 toxic behavior which will jeopardize your growth in 2025. So if you like this video, do like, share and subscribe, and see you again next week. And before that, thank you so much for 1K subscribers. I've waited so long for this, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification so that you'll be notified every single time I post a video. So thank you for being a part of this. See you again next week.